Let's talk some Nebraska recruiting. How has the Huskers youth movement on the field impacted high school recruiting? We're going to find out. I got Sean Callahan from Husker Online on this video, and we're going to talk about some recruiting as Nebraska is off to a hot 4-1 start. But first, Nebraska fans, do me a favor right now. Hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We're here talking Nebraska recruiting all season long, so jump on board and hit subscribe. All right, let's bring in the great Sean Callahan. Now, Sean, I said it. Nebraska, they're proving if you're young and talented, you can go there and play early. We've seen Raiola, we've seen Barney, we've seen Nelson. There's some guys on defense making an impact. So has any of this kind of bled over to recruiting? Are you hearing anything from some of the targets that they're on about how this early success is impacting their recruitments?
You know, maybe not so much on the 2025 end, because I feel like a lot of teams everywhere, you're virtually not done, but you're kind of done.
Hayes in the barn.
And so I think for 26, that's where the real hook is. And Nebraska's been able to get so many of the top regional 26 guys on campus. They were blessed to have the 3 night games in a row, which makes it easy. And then even this weekend, they're going to get a 3:00 kick. So anybody within, a good driving distance can make kickoff, or they could fly in and have time to make the game. So they've been blessed with their kickoff times. What they don't like are those 11 a.m. games here, because it's really hard to get kids in to make those kickoffs. So they've had a great opportunity to sell what they're going to be, show what some of these freshmen have been able to do. And obviously Dylan Raiola, I mean, he sells Nebraska right now as well as anybody.
Yeah, no doubt. He is a walking billboard for Nebraska recruiting right now. So that being said, a 3 p.m. kick in Lincoln, Big Ten battle as Rutgers comes to town. Sean, who are some important names coming in this weekend on recruiting visits?
Well, I think the big one is Corey Sims. He's committed to USC. He will be coming in for a visit. He's out of St. Louis, a 4-star wide receiver. So I do think that's big. Bryce Perry Wright, a defensive lineman, a 4-star, 2026 from Buford, Georgia, will be coming in here to Nebraska. Caden Snyder, one of the top players in the state of Kansas for 2026, a 4-star as well. Roman Voss out of Minnesota, Jackson County High School in Jackson, Minnesota. Those are, guys to watch. Voss and Snyder don't have Husker offers yet, so it would not surprise me with them coming now for the home game if they left Lincoln with offers.
All right, let's wrap this Nebraska segment up with some flip talk. Isaiah Mosey, he was the most recent wide receiver that Nebraska was able to flip from Oregon. So I wanted to just poke around, right? FSU, they're having a real rough go of it. They have the number 2 ranked player in the state of Nebraska, Chase Lofton, committed to them. So are you hearing anything on the recruiting trail right now about Lofton, or just any flips in general when it comes to Nebraska?
It's still been really quiet with Chase Lofton. And look, tight end, it's such that position produces more recruits in this area than any other position. So it hurt to lose Chase Lofton, but there's Isaac Jensen for the next year. That's actually Chase Lofton's teammate. So there's nothing that I can tell you is there right now. And as you know, Josh, that can always change quickly.
In a heartbeat.
How the contact and things re-engage. But, the Corey Sims visit does get your attention. A local St. Louis player making his way to visit Lincoln here this weekend. I do think that is one to watch. The transfer portal stuff, too, it's still early, but I do think Nebraska – they're going to be in the market for some guys when the season ends. They're going to need some offensive line help in some key areas. And there are some other areas, obviously, in the portal when the year ends that will be needs to kind of top off this team heading into next year. But I think they're in pretty good shape. The Lofton thing, though, just hasn't really materialized right now.
No, maybe they're just slow playing it because, hey, they know he's the home state kid. Florida State still struggling, but we'll see. All right, this weekend, though, it's Rutgers at home. Nebraska fans, talk to Sean and I. How are you feeling about this game and recruiting? Let us know. Comment section below. Sean Callahan, Husker Online. You guys are going to be busy all weekend. Go check it out. Appreciate you dropping by the Inside Scoop today.
Thanks, Josh.